Yo, what's going on out the fight world? This your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on two big dogs in this fight game. We have Shakur Stevenson, the 3 division world champion. He is the undefeated current WBC super lightweight world champion. Then we have that killer, that gorilla from Baltimore, Gervonta Tank Davis. He's also an undefeated 3 division world champion. We know Tank is the hottest young thing smoking in the game right now, arguably the face of boxing. And everybody want a piece of Gervonta Tank Davis because they either know they're going to get some history made or they're going to make some good-ass money, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, we all know Gervonta Tank Davis coming back, and he's coming back with a vengeance in 2024. And him and Shakur Stevenson is looking like it can be going down in 2024. Gervonta Tank Davis won nothing but the biggest and the best fights. A lot of people hating on him because of his status. Some of their favorite fighters want to be in this position, so they discredit this young man. But nonetheless, Tank won all the smoke. He won all the big fights, and he won all the big names. You understand what I'm saying? And Shakur Stevenson is one of them names on his hit list. You feel me? Now, we all know Tank is going to make his comeback on Prime. The first fight, we all trying to wait and see who he pick, things of that nature. A lot of people speculating and saying it's this person, but nobody really knows who's it going to be. But we also know that Shakur Stevenson is at 135. We also know Shakur Stevenson got one more fight left with Top Rank. And then, it looked like he's going to be a free agent. And we all know Shakur Stevenson wanted Gervonta Tank Davis fight as well. We know him and Tank, they have some history with each other. They spoiled each other. And Shakur, he said it multiple times. Him and Gervonta is the biggest fight in boxing. You know what I mean? It's in his opinion, right? That's not just, not people get. But nonetheless, right? It's one of the biggest fights. It's most definitely a super fight. We all know what Shakur Stevenson made of. We all know his skill set. We all know how he get down. Even though people try to discredit this man because of his last performance and want that entertaining for us, the offense. But his defense was on point, and he went out there and became a 3 division world champion, whether people like it or not. You understand? So him and Tank is looking very promising. You feel me? Now, we all know Gervonta Tank Davis just converted to becoming a Muslim. We all know he's doing some soul searching. He's trying to become the best man that he can be in life. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Because it is life after boxing, and you have to live with yourself every day. Now, a lot of people, they want to see Tank versus Devin Haney, right? A lot of people want to see Tank versus Teofimo Lopez, and it's a lot of people that want to see Tank versus Shakur Stevenson. But that's why I say Gervonta Tank Davis, he's coming for everybody, bro. He won all the big names. He want to show these boys that they can't fuck with him on no shape, form, or fashion, or on no level. You know what I mean? His skill set is his skill set. We all know he possessed that power. We all know why he's the face of boxing, and we all know why he's making the money that he's making. You feel me? Because Tank put asses in the seats. Tank go out there, he entertain, and Tank know how to close the show. A lot of these fighters don't know how to do. He know how to close the show. And that's what fans want to see. They want to see you close the show. You understand? So 2024 is coming up. It's going to be a big year for boxing, in my opinion. You understand? Now, this is the situation with this fight. Shakur Stevenson, like I said, one fight left with Top Rank. He need to sign to PBC. He need to sign to PBC, or he need to become a free agent to where, PBC can manage him for us the fights, and they don't have to deal with no other promoters and things like that, because that make things more easier, to negotiate and to put on networks. You understand? So I think Shakur understand that. I think he's ready to get away from Bob Burnham after everything that happened with Bob Burnham and Turnbull Crawford. We all know Turnbull Crawford is a mentor of his, so he sees what goes on and things of that nature. To now, it's time for him to walk away from Top Rank and become his own man and stand on his own 10. You understand? So with him and Gervonta Tank Davis, bro, arguably, like I said, a super fight, but arguably one of the biggest fights in boxing, one of the most entertaining fights in boxing, one of the most competitive fights in boxing, and nobody can discredit nothing if these men was to go out there and sign their contract and make this fight happen. You understand what I'm saying? I see a lot of people from Baltimore, they want this fight. They want to see Tank shut Shakur up. They want to see Tank go out there and knock Shakur out, right? Even though Shakur haven't been talking ish about Tank like Devin Haney, You feel me? But Shakur, he do want this fight. They both at 135. They both are world champions. Now that Devin Haney been stripped, I think Tank becomes the WBA super champion at 135. And we all know Shakur is already the WBC world champion at 135. So that make this a unification bout. Or, they just might want to go out there and collect another belt apiece and then make it an undisputed fight. You understand what I'm saying? And that'll make the fight even more bigger. But it doesn't matter. However this fight take place, however this fight goes down, it's going to be one for the ages. It's going to be a fight that we're all going to enjoy. And it's damn sure going to be very, very entertaining, bro. Very entertaining and very competitive. You know what I mean? A lot of people feel like Shakur Stevenson has the style to negate Gervonta Tank Davis' power. You understand? And make him have to think and move in the ring and become a boxer. And then a lot of us feel like that Gervonta Tank Davis has the style to take it to Shakur and hit his ass with that boom and knock his ass out, even though he's one of the most highly skilled and highly defensive fighters in the world. Probably the most defensive fighter in the game right now, Shakur Stevenson. But we all know it's going to be one hell of a fight, bro. We all know that this fight is worthy of a pay-per-view bout. And, people need to understand that if this fight take place next year, that they need to support it and pay for the pay-per-view, period. You know what I mean? Now, just overall, looking at everything and it's the total, I would love for this fight to take place. I would love for this fight to take place. I know a lot of people might like, let it build a little bit more. Let Shakur name get a little bit more bigger. Let us do this, let us do that. Look, if it's the next fight, it's the next fight. If it's the fight after the next fight, then it's the fight after the next fight. But if this fight takes place in 2024, that's exactly what we need for boxing. Exactly what we need for boxing, bro. We let a lot of fights marinate, and sometimes we don't get those fights because people get upset or they just get too old and the fight ain't what it once was because the skills has lessened and things of that nature. So, in 2024, if it's no Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney, then give us Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. You know what I mean? We all know the Devin Haney situation. They blowing up in weight every fucking day now. Look like they're 160 pounds, 170. We never know. But with Shakur and Tank, we know they both at 135 right now. It should be no problems. But like I said, the only situation is Shakur Stevenson getting away from Top Rank and signing with PBC, or like I said, becoming his own boss so he can just work with PBC flat out and don't have to worry about no give and take or no pushback. You feel me? One of the best fights in boxing, man. I feel like this fight will exceed his expectations. You feel me? Some fights go out there, they look like they gonna be a big time fight, and they underachieve. But I feel like this fight will overachieve. I feel like Gervonta Tank Davis will bring the best out of Shakur Stevenson. I feel like Shakur Stevenson will bring the best out of Gervonta Tank Davis. And I feel like this shit would be a legendary night. It would be a legendary night, and it would put one of these fighters, on a whole different pedestal to show their skill set and to show that they different than other fighters, or to just say it was one hell of a fight, we want a rematch, and that both of these fighters are the real deal and both of them are legit. Like we all look at them at the moment, you know what I'm saying? We look at Shakur as a real legit fighter. We look at Gervonta Tank Davis as a real legit fighter. And we know what both of these dudes bring to the ring. So to me, y'all, let's just keep, the hope alive. Let's keep the hype up. And let's just see how these things play out in 2024. But I really do believe Gervonta Tank Davis get one of these big names in the ring in 2024, and he make an example out of them to show them that he is the real deal and that these boys can't fuck with him. You understand what I'm saying? Well, love this fight. I respect Shakur Stevenson, respect the skill set. I know what he is in the ring. He do have a shot against Gervonta Tank Davis. This ain't no one-sided fight. Tank got to be all the way on this shit to beat Shakur, and Shakur got to be all the way on this shit to beat Tank. You understand? So let's see what happened after his last fight with Top Rank, and let's see what Tank do after his first fight on Prime. Shouts out to both of these young kings, and Al Heyman, make it happen, champ. Straight like that, and I'm on to the next.